Hi, I'm Katie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through a quick TRX Pilates routine. We're going to be toning the legs, the bum, the abdominals, the obliques. So we'll get straight into it and start with our straps at mid-length. So bring them up until they're around about hip height or just below. So take a moment just to adjust, and then you'll be facing your anchor point. So taking one strap into each hand. So what we want to do throughout is to avoid grabbing onto the straps. We want to be pressing down and away throughout. So coming to a standing position, feet hip distance apart, drawing in the abdominals, standing tall, crown of your head drawing up, shoulders down. We're going to soften the knees and start to hinge from the hips, sending the hands forwards. So we're just going to start tuning into any tightness in the backs of the legs, into the hamstrings, and we're just going to start to release it. So from this position, we can start to bend one knee and then bend the other. So keep drawing the abdominals in, and as you're doing this, you can start reaching forwards with the other hand. So bending the left side, reaching forwards, and the right side. So just make this movement quite intuitive if you like. You can draw the chest down towards the floor, really deepen that hamstring stretch, reach the hands forwards, drawing belly button to spine, and just tuning into how tight you are. Reach one hand forward, stretch out the left side maybe, and then the right side. And again, left, and then right. And then just settle here. So in this folded position, reach both hands forwards, belly button to spine, and let your chest sink towards the floor. So your shoulder blades are creeping together, deepening that stretch in the hamstrings, really starting to loosen them up. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, bring yourself back up to a standing position. Shift the weight into your left foot and pop up onto your toes on the right foot. So pressing your hands into the straps, we're going to take that hinge but send that right foot out behind us. So on the first one, we're just going to make sure that our stance is correct. So we want the knee on the left to be soft, hips are square to the floor, and you're reaching forwards with your fingertips and all the way behind you with that toe. So it's like a tug of war with your body. And then we're going to drop that toe down towards the floor, tap the floor, and then bring it back up and squeeze that right glute. Abs engaged, drop it down, and then take it back up. So you're trying to get to the same height with each lift. Squeezing actively that right glute as you come to the top, keeping that left knee soft, working into strengthening that left leg, and also activating, working into the right glute here. Keep reaching forwards with the fingertips, drawing the belly button in. One more, and then we're going to hold it up behind. So hold it up, and then we're going to add little pulses up and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, and now draw that leg through, bringing yourself back up to standing, and bring that knee up straight away up to hip height. Inhale and exhale, send the arms forward, send the leg out long behind. And again, drawing it back in up to hip height. Inhale and exhale, stretch. And again, drawing it in, inhale, and exhale, reach. 3 more. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, reach. Keep the abdominals engaged throughout. Draw it in and extend, nice and long. Last one, draw it in and extend, and hold it out long. One more time. Add those pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring yourself back up to a standing position, and we'll move straight onto the other side. So shifting the weight into your right foot, popping up onto the toes on the left. And once again, we're going to send that leg back out long. Reach the hands forwards. Moving slowly on the first one, just making sure we've got our stance correct. So softness in the right knee, stretching out of the shoulders, and then drop it down. And then take it back up. Squeeze your left glute and drop it down. And then back up. So nice and stable in the upper body. Pressing in and away to the handles. Abdominals drawn in. We've got another 3. And lift. drop it down, lift, last one, hold it up, add those pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now draw it all the way through, up to standing, knee to hip height. Inhale, abs engaged, and exhale, send the hands forwards, send the toe all the way back. And again, drawing it through, lift and lengthen. And again, drawing it through, lift and lengthen. 2 more. Inhale, draw it through to lift. Exhale to lengthen. 1 more. Lift and lengthen. Hold it out. We've got 10 more pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way back and release. Now we're going to move our straps down to mid-calf height. So we're only working with 2 strap lengths today. This will be the only time I ask you to adjust them. So come into mid-calf height and then bring yourself down to your knees. So you want to be directly underneath your anchor point. And then we're going to take the TRX straps into your left hand and circle them out by your side. Extend your right leg long. So your left knee is underneath your left hip. Square yourself forwards and then extend those straps away. So reaching out of the shoulder. Place your hand onto your hip and then keep reaching until that toe naturally starts to float up and away from the floor, and then bring it to about hip height. So hold here for a moment, engage the abdominals, and then start to slowly lower it down, tap the floor, and then draw it back up. Slowly with control, trying to get to that same height that you started out with. And again, drawing it down and then lifting. So really working into hip strength here, glutes, obliques, core muscles. So lots going on. And lift. Part of the challenge as the muscle starts to fatigue is to bring it back to that same height. So really move slowly. Try to avoid jerking the leg up and collapsing to the floor. The whole movement is slow and controlled. Use your breath to inhale to lift and exhale to lower. 1 more, we're going to hold it up at the same height and add pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Lower down, bring yourself up a moment, take an inhale and exhale, extending back away, let that leg float back up. And then we're just going to drop it down and take it back up for another 5 and 4. 3, abs engaged, 2, and 1. Release it all the way down and bring yourself up. We're going to have a quick release stretch. So taking 1 strap into each hand, keeping that leg extended. Send the straps forwards, send the hips back, and hopefully you should feel a stretch in that extended leg. You can deepen it by sitting back onto your back heel. So just take a minute here, a couple of breaths. And then lift yourself back up. We'll do exactly the same on the other side. So coming back to your kneeling position to start with, circling the TRX out to your right hand side, both straps in that hand, and then extend your left leg long. Once again, knee stays underneath the hip, you're square to the front, hand on your hip, and start to reach that right arm until that left toe starts to float away from the floor. Lift it to hip height or your maximum range of movement, and then slowly lower it down towards the floor and then lift it back up. So always pushing away with the straps, controlling the lift and lower. This kind of exercise will really help to highlight any muscle imbalances that you have. We all tend to have either a stronger side or a more flexible side or a more mobile side. This is definitely my weaker side for this exercise. Keep the abdominals engaged, keep lengthening, controlling the movement. Let's hold up for those pulses on this one. So we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that leg down. Bring yourself up a moment. Quick release. Inhale and exhale. Circle that arm back around. Press the TRX away and let that leg float back up. We've just got 5 more controlled lift and lowers, down and up, abs engaged for 5 and 4, 3, keep pressing away, 2 and 1. Release it all the way down. Bring one strap into each hand, and once again, nice stretch, send the straps forwards, hinge from the hips, and then deepen it by sitting back onto your back heel. 2 breaths here. And then lift yourself back up. So we're going to do some abdominal work now. So bring yourself around to a seated position, central underneath your anchor point, and one strap in each hand. So once again, pressing down and away with the straps, feet are hip distance apart. We're going to scoop and roll and hold halfway. So drawing in the abdominals, shoulders are down. I'd like to imagine you've got an apple between your chin and your chest. And then we're going to float the legs up to a tabletop position. So we're coming to a half teaser. So your shins are parallel with your ceiling, reaching the hands forwards. And now we're going to open out the left arm, keeping everything else super still, and then draw it back. And then the right arm, and then draw it back, keeping the crown of your head lifted. And now open both arms out nice and wide, pressing down and out on the straps, and then draw them back. We'll do that again, opening out with the left. So we're not twisting, we're staying square to the front, and then the right. Bring it back, legs are at the same height. Inhale, open both, and exhale to close. One more, opening out on the left, keep scooping the abdominals, draw it back, open out on the right, and draw it back. Inhale and open nice and wide, draw them both back, release the feet down, roll yourself up, open out, quick recovery, inhale, exhale, draw the arms forwards, feet hip distance apart, scoop and roll yourself back, and then float those legs back up to that tabletop position, your half teaser. And now we're going to get straight into opening both arms out nice and wide. Inhale and exhale to close. And again, inhale, open, exhale to close. We've got 3 more like this. Inhale, scoop the abdominals, keep the legs super still. Maybe you're starting to shake. I certainly am. And 1 more like this. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Release the feet down. Roll yourself up. Extend the arms. Open nice and wide. Release. Draw them back in front. Scoop and roll. 1 more round. Legs to tabletop. Now we're going to keep those arms exactly where they are. Tap down with your right toe. Bring it back up. Down with your left and back up. So everything else stays still. You're moving from the hip and bring it back up. So it's not a knee bend. The angle of the knee stays exactly as it is. And then right. We've got 2 more on each side. Keep drawing in the abdominals, shoulders down, nearly done. And last one, bring it back up, hold here nice and strong, and then release both feet down. Roll yourself up, opening out, and then release. So you can just release the straps for a moment. Bring yourself to a seated position. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out wide. Take your feet into your hands, and you can just take a butterfly stretch just to release. So keep long in the body. You're all done for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.